Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Good morning and happy Wednesday. I am excited to see everyone this morning that's able to hop on live. But if you're watching the replay, welcome replay crew. Glad to have you here as well. I know that 10 o'clock Wednesday morning does not work for everyone, but I'm so happy that Facebook offers us the opportunity to share the recorded content and we can watch things later. I know I do that with my other demonstrator friends and crafters that I like to watch their videos. Can't always be there live, that's okay. So as people are hopping in this morning, I'm hoping that Facebook sends out notifications. They're not always the best about that. And I am just a tiny bit late, maybe even up to a minute late this morning. And I was right here getting everything ready and just got sidetracked. So good morning, happy Wednesday. Gosh, I'm trying to think, today is what, the 22nd of March? Oh my goodness. And I've got some things to talk with you guys about this morning. And I know I typically try to do our crafting first, but I think it will make a little bit more sense if I tell you some of the things that are going on before we really jump in and start crafting. So please say hello whether you are here live or watching the replay with me. I always appreciate comments, and that is what enters you for a chance to win our weekly prize. But it also tells Facebook, and if you're watching over on YouTube as well, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It tells the social media platforms that you like my content and you think others should see it. So it really does help me grow my channel. I'll tell you over on Facebook, my new goal, we got to 1,000 followers. My new goal is 1,000 likes of my Stamp with CT page. And we are getting lots closer. Every day I check and the channel and the page are growing, and that just makes me so happy. I love what I do and I love sharing with others. So thank you for that help. Okay, so it is mid-March-ish and we are moving towards April. There are a couple things that are coming up from the Stampin' Up! World that I want you to know about. The January through April mini catalog, so our beautiful mini catalog, let me grab mine right quick and show you the cover so that you can remember what it looks like. It's got the gorgeous purple hues on the cover and project. Now this catalog only runs through April, so that's a little bit of a change this year. It had been longer, but it's only through April. And then we also have our annual catalog, and I'm trying to see if mine is handy without knocking a bunch of other stuff over, and it is. And then our beautiful annual catalog, and it ends in May. We will get a new annual catalog the early part of May. So that means next week we will find out what is retiring, what is going away, what new colors are coming, because every year we get those 5 new in colors to kind of freshen up our color combos and make our crafting continue to be trendy. And I love getting those new colors, but we know that some retire. We're also having a color refresh, so a lot going on. Next week, as a demonstrator and as demonstrators, we find out what is going to be leaving, what is retiring, new colors coming. We get to see the new catalog, a PDF version of the new catalog. So I'll have a lot of information next week, and I'll know a lot better about what's going to continue to be available and what is not. Now with the last chance or retirement list, there's typically some products that are discounted. And so we will see that list on the 29th, but those products, that discount will take effect on the 4th of April. But keep in mind, we have about a week there where products can continue to be purchased, so we could be out of things by the time April the 4th rolls around. So just a lot going on. I will remind you as things are happening. But as I talk about some of the products that I'm using today, this will come into play. So that's why I wanted to start with that first. Okay, so let's take a look. I am on page 8 of the mini catalog, and the Country Floral Lane Suite is kind of what sparked my creativity this week. I was really thinking about that designer series paper and how much I love it. And y'all know Stampin' Up! Has a lot of our products in suite collections. So that means there's a punch and stamp, there's paper, there's embellishments, there's ribbon. It all coordinates. And so when you purchase these products together, you can purchase the entire suite collection just with one order number. That means you get one of everything. When you go to work with these products, they pair beautifully together because that is how they were designed, to work together. Now in our catalog, I'll go down a couple pages because we also have just some stamps or stamps and dies or stamps and a punch that are kind of standalone, sometimes even bundles that are not part of a suite. That's another suite. So we just have things that are just on their own, and you can always mix and match. You can mix it up and use things from one suite with another, especially as you're a more seasoned crafter. But a lot of times when I'm sharing with you, I want to keep it simple. I want to make sure that when you create, you're able to have a successful experience, and so I love using the suites. Now that being said, today we're going rogue and we're mixing it up, and I'm starting with my inspiration of the Country Floral Lane Designer Series paper. It is super cute. It was really kind of our Valentine offering this year. But at the time that we were creating Valentines with this paper, I remember telling you how versatile it is and that I love it when we can use a paper like this beyond the holiday that it was kind of intended for. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a thank you card. This is the Country Floral Lane Designer Series paper. We're actually making 4 cards total. I need a set of thank you cards as a gift for someone, and I thought this would be really cute paper to use. And then I'm pulling in a stamp set from the annual catalog, the Cup of Tea. I love the thank you font, and it just kind of stood out in my mind. That's a really cute kind of whimsical font, and I wanted a nice bold thank you. I pulled in the Scalloped contour dies. Now I know a lot of you have these dies. They've been in the catalog for a couple of years now. I have used them so much, and even if you don't have the stamp set that coordinates with these dies, this is a great set to have in your collection to make these little frames, and these nestle together, but you can also use them, just one, but they do kind of nestle together, so you can stack them on your projects as well. Really, really a great set of dies. And while I had these out, I wanted to point out that this is one of those sets, 2 weeks ago we used the basic border dies to create 3 projects. And I kind of cut the front piece of the, I think, Designer Series paper and cardstock just to give a little different look to my projects. This is one of those die sets. If you don't have basic borders and you've got these scallop contours, here is a border die that comes as part of this set that you could pull in and create with. And then I also have Give It a Whirl, and this is also from the annual catalog. It's a die set I've had almost a year now, and I really haven't shown it enough love. So this is actually designed so that you have a wheel that can spin on your card with the little, oh gosh, what were those? Oh, I can't think of what it was. It had a viewfinder. It was so fun. You could put your little cartridge in and look at the pictures. Tell me in the comments if you remember what I'm talking about. When we were kids, was it called Viewmaster? I don't remember. Let me know if you can remember, but it was really cool, and you could look through and see the pictures, the animals, whatever it was, on that little disc that turns. So these Give It a Whirl dies remind me of that. And I haven't really used them in that way, but they've got lots of little components that make some fun accents. And there's some really cute stitched hearts in this set that I've used a good bit. And that's what I'm using today. Okay, that was a lot. Now we're going to go ahead and pull in some supplies that I have already prepared because I want to make a set of 4 cards total. I'm going to set these little hearts. I've got everything cut. So that's one of the things I want to talk to you about. I've got my 4 blue hearts, 2 more sweet sorbet hearts. I've got 4 pieces of designer series paper, 4 pieces of cardstock, 4 card bases total. Now I've got 3 left that we're going to create with. So I wanted to kind of show you my process. When I know that I'm creating multiples, I go ahead and do all of my cutting, all my die cutting, and then that way I'm able to just put the cards together, and it's a much faster process. So I've got some thick basic white card bases. We're just going to go ahead and get these lined up and burnish those score lines. And I just changed the blade on my trimmer. So you'll notice that I'm kind of going down the side, the cut edge of my cardstock when I'm burnishing, because I'm trying to let those fibers kind of calm down. I really probably should have changed my blade well before I did. Okay, there's 2 and 1 more. So we'll do each of these steps all together. That really is the most efficient and effective way when you're creating multiples. Right, we know that. So I've got my card bases. I think I'll do my stamping. So let me bring in a piercing mat so I get a good image. And I'm going to use that cute thank you sentiment. And I'm going to do the placement just about where I did on my sample. You can probably hear Oliver running around under the table, being silly this morning. I'm going to try not to get my head in the camera, but I'm also trying to get this stamp straight. Because I didn't cut myself any extras, y'all. See how that looks. That actually looks pretty good. Sweet Sorbet, such a pretty color. And it should be around another year for us to use. Now let me bring my chamois in, and we'll just clean that stamp off. You can tell my chamois stays on my table. It's well loved, but that's okay. You just rinse it out, and it's ready to go the next time. So let's do a couple in Balmy Blue, because that is, let me make sure that that's clean, sorry. We're also doing a couple of Balmy Blue, so as I pull this paper out, I know you're going to remember how cute it is. Trying to get them approximately same position as I did that first one, since it's going to be a set. They probably won't be perfect, but they're handmade, right? All right, I like that. So we'll have 2 that are Balmy Blue and 2 that are Sweet Sorbet. Get some things out of the way here now. So now, because we have all of our pieces cut, we're ready to start assembling. Okay, let's go with putting this layer on. So this is just a piece of each of the cardstocks. Now, I could have even embossed those with an embossing folder. Would have added even more texture, but I'm just using the plain cardstock. And having that little mat of the colored cardstock, I think, really adds to the project. I love that. Alrighty. So what's nice about doing those multiples too is I can set that aside, and then we'll work on this one. Y'all let me know if you like making multiples of your projects, if you do that very often. I definitely do. And cutting projects, you know, prepping packets for classes and stuff, a lot of times I do multiples. So I do each step. And move on to the next one. Okay, and one more. Now you can kind of tell on this piece, my trimmer needed to be changed, but trimmer blade, but I did it. We'll just push that piece of fibers down and that will be fine. This layer of cardstock, Balmy Blue and Sweet Sorbet, is 5 1/4 by 4. Of course, those are 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored in 4 1/4 thick basic white card bases. Okay, so next we're ready for our designer series paper, and I chose 4 patterns total just to kind of mix it up. You could certainly, when you're creating a set of cards, they could all match, right? Now this piece is 5 inches by 3 3/4. Just to continue going down that 1/4 inch in our measurements so that we've got a nice border all the way around. And then this piece has the tiny little hearts on it. And I know a lot of you love this color combo when we used this paper back the first part of the year too. So fun. Sweet Sorbet and Balmy Blue. Really cute. And then this little page that has the tiny little hearts. So cute. Trying to be really good with my glue today. Edit myself. Make sure I don't use too much, because that's the secret, isn't it? Now think about the papers that you have in your stash, because of course this could be done with so many different papers, right? Okay, so this is the one that says thank you in Sweet Sorbet. Now I'm popping up my little hearts, so that's why I'm just gluing this piece down. You could certainly pop this piece up if you wanted to. Try to make sure I get that centered-ish. That looks pretty good. Move on to one of the Balmy Blue. So look how quick and easy this process is when you have all your supplies cut and ready. I love this. And even if you don't create multiples throughout the year, especially at Christmas time, I know a lot of people do. All right, one last little label here with the sentiment on it, or thank you. And you can see how quickly you can make a nice gift for someone. Everybody loves getting cards, don't they? And giving cards. Alrighty, now set those aside. We'll pull in our little hearts. And I've got a couple that are Sweet Sorbet. Just did all that die cutting ahead of time, and I need to look at it a little closer. It's got some stitching. I don't know if that will really show up on camera, but so cute. That just really adds such a cute little touch to it. And I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And I'm going to pop these little hearts on. Make sure I'm getting the right side. I want my stitching on the right side, don't I? Just kind of adding those at an angle again, just kind of a whimsical feel to it. And when you do that, they kind of nestle in there. Really cute. I think that guy's over just a little bit too far. We'll bring him back. Alrighty. A couple more dimensionals and a couple of Balmy Blue hearts. So what's great is you're doing all of your designing and then just carrying that design through with the different papers. It mixes it up a little bit. Gives it a little bit different look. And think about what you could do with this layout, because I think balloons would be super cute in place of the hearts. Or even flowers. If you have a little flower die that you love, that would be cute as well. And gosh, y'all tell me what else you could use. What other little images you would use on this card? It's cute and sweet. Okay, now of course, we want some embellishments, right? Like I did on this one, I put just the little sequin, and those are the sequins that come in the suite, the Country Floral Lane. And it's a really nice pack. It comes with so many. There's gold, the balmy blue, and then kind of a petal pink color, light pink. So let's go with a couple of blue ones. I'll use my Take Your Pick tool. I'll try to see if I can get it to cooperate and the little sequin stay on there. Yes. So let's see, I put that over here. Put one on each of the hearts. Uh-oh, lost that one. And of course, you could mix up the colors if you wanted to. You could die cut the hearts from designer series paper. As we talked about, floral images would be super cute. Bring that over right about there. I think the embellishments just really add so much, because we love shiny. And then we'll do the same thing with that sweet sorbet, but we'll use the pink ones. They're being stubborn. Stuck to my finger, not my Take Your Pick tool. These are really pretty, and I love the fact that they're adhesive back. That just makes sequins so much easier than they used to be, y'all. We used to have to put a little dot of glue, and I always put too much. Nope, that's a blue one. Don't want that blue guy. But the key is to get up underneath that with your paper piercer. And I do see people that use the putty end of their Take Your Pick tool, and I don't know how. I don't know how they do that, but there we go. Got a little piece of plastic. I'm not sure how. Okay. But that is our embellishment that we're adding to our card. And of course, could you add some ribbon? Could you take it to the next level? Of course you could. And that would be just fine. So just hope that this inspires you to create some thank you cards or a little set of cards for someone. And again, you can use this layout and just mix it up and use the focal image that you want to. Flowers, balloons, hearts. You just can't go wrong, right? Okay. Let me know what you think and which color is your favorite, balmy blue or sweet sorbet. I do have a piece of Happy Mail to share with you this week. This is a St. Patrick's Day card that we got from our friend Cassandra, and it is adorable. And then I love that even on the inside, she decorated and used a green pen to sign her name. So she really is doing the most with this card. Really cute. Simple little layout, but so fun. That's an adorable card. Thank you, Cassandra. And then I do have our door prize from last week, and it is a package of the little dragonfly trinkets, and I wanted to show you those once again. They are so pretty. So congratulations, Mary White. You are the winner. I do a random drawing and put everyone's name in that leaves a comment, that hits the like or heart button or wow button. I also put in those that share the video with others. So thank you so much again for helping me to reach more people and for sharing my content with others. I so appreciate it. So Mary, you are the winner by random draw, and I'll be getting those little dragonfly trinkets to you. I do have a package of the iridescent rhinestones. They're one of my favorite embellishments. They come from the annual catalog, so I don't know. Will they carry over? Will we get to keep them or not? Will they retire? We don't know. So I wanted to use that as our prize this week. That would be really pretty on these cards as well. All right, trying to think if there's anything else. I'll keep you guys posted as things start to change. As our catalogs retire and we get that last chance list, and as the new catalogs come out, because the 4th of April I'll be able to pre-order from the new annual catalog. There will be a select number of items that I can choose from and get in my hands early, and I'll be able to order those new catalogs. So if you have not placed an order with me in the last 6 months, you won't be on my list to automatically get a catalog. So you've got a couple options. You can message me if you would like a complimentary catalog sent to you, or you can just place an order in my online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net, and then you'll automatically be on that list to receive a new catalog. Thanks, you guys. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next week for our Facebook Live, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Bye.